Book review: The Last Wrestlers by Marcus Trower. I read this quite a while ago. It's one of the few books I've ever paid full price for. It's why I no longer pay full price for books if I can help it. It is what it is. It's decently put out. There's some pretty interesting pictures. I happen to open to that picture straight away. That's not a good sign. Basically, he's a guy who lives and works in London, works in an office, walks through the park, sees two deers or two moose or whatever the hell it is, bashing antlers, and he decides, I've got to be a real man. I can only do that by travelling the world and wrestling. He's factually inaccurate with quite a lot of stuff that I remember. One of the things that does really, really annoy me consistently is he mentions that the WWF is all fake and they're not real wrestlers and none of them would last a second in real wrestling. So if I take that this book was first published, I have 2007 on the opening page here. So 2007 is when this book was first published. So by 2007, all of the fake professional wrestlers included Kurt Angle, who's the 1995 World Champion in Freestyle Wrestling and the 1996 Olympic gold medal winner in Freestyle Wrestling. It contained... do I need to go on from there, really? But also you've got guys like, by 2007, Ken Shamrock, Dan Severn. Over in Japan, Mark Coleman, who's an Olympic alternate, had already wrestled professionally. Kevin Randleman. You had a whole bunch of guys who took part in pro wrestling, who had legitimate grappling credentials. If we go back to the 80s, of course, we've got a guy called Alan Coadge, who wrestled as Bad News Brown or Bad News Allen, depending on where you know him from, who won the bronze medal for judo at the Olympics. So, to say these guys can't grapple, you've got a guy called Taz, Peter Sinercha, I think is how you pronounce his real name, who's a second degree Dan black belt in judo. These guys can grapple for real. And that was, I just remember when I read it the first time that was something that really, really annoyed the hell out of me, where he just dismissed a whole realm of legitimate grappling with, if we take what professional wrestling is and where it came from the real grappling contests. One thing that does surprise me is he shares a car and rolls a little bit with Josh Barnett. Now, it's interesting to me how in the book he doesn't mention professional wrestling to Josh Barnett, because that I think would have been quite interesting, and that would have been very, very fun to have a write-up of him telling Josh Barnett that pro wrestling is crap. We've also, of course, by 2007, arguably the greatest mixed martial artist to ever come out of Japan, Kazushi Sakuraba. Always said that his style was pro wrestling, so it came across to me as quite pretentious at times and in places. It's kind of cool that the guy was able to travel the world, with all these different grapplers, but you don't need it. It's not a very good book. I didn't enjoy it. It just annoyed the hell out of me at every turn. If you know of it, you like it, feel free to comment and tell me why you liked it and what you liked about it. I may have missed something. It happens. Until then, any comments, questions, queries, or suggestions, let me know. Anything you'd like to see me review, let me know, and I'll do my best to do it. Till then, stay safe.